Hey Pisces, Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be your monthly intuitive messages for the sign of Pisces. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the Pocket Archetypes deck by Kim Krans. All the decks that I use are linked below for your convenience. Keep in mind these are timeless and general, so whenever you come across this is probably when you're guided to come across this. All right, Pisces, I want to go ahead and get started for you. Couple of things coming to mind to relate to you. The words patience, forgiveness. There's a third one here. Patience, forgiveness. What's the last one? What's the last one? Patience and forgiveness for Pisces. Compromise. Oh, interesting. Compromise, forgiveness, and patience. Compromise, forgiveness, and patience coming through for you. I also was seeing a lot of like a fiery green sort of vibe energy. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Like it looked like flames, but it was just like this lime green, very specific kind of coloring there. Green to me is more about the heart space, but it was coming through as like fire. So take that as it resonates. Also getting the full moon Aries, I think is going to be highlighting some stuff for you. Pretty sure the full moon Aries is going to be in Pisces in Vedic sidereal. I think, I am not entirely sure, but we also just had the Libra eclipse, but before that we had the full moon Pisces eclipse. So Pisces, there's just a lot of referencing coming through for your reading here. But yeah, that like forgiveness, patience, and compromise. They're showing you the Knight of Cups. That is your court card. You could be making something right that is within your control. It's weird how that wanted to be said. Okay. Okay, making something right that you have the control to make right, that you have the authority to make right. This could literally be between you and a person or a group, or it could be something that you are making right in your own life. Could be something that you're also doing for other people, like volunteering or philanthropy. Okay, but yeah, the Knight of Cups is coming through really strong here. So let's see, let's get some cards out here. Any messages or insights for Pisces? Any messages or insights for Pisces? Pisces, some of you could be hermiting or have been hermiting. I'm getting like a very like high priestess, hanged man, hermit kind of a vibe with you. Internal, I'm hearing the word internal. You could be doing a lot of internal reflecting. As of late, I'm getting 5 of Cups with that as well. Whew. Just feels like there's a huge like anchor on my heart, Pisces. Forgiveness, patience, and compromise. Forgiveness, patience, and compromise. Some of you are really, really dropping behind the ego. It's weird how that wants to be said too. Behind the ego into some truth of how you're really feeling about something. Keep in mind, this could be someone you know or someone in your environment, especially if you are like resolving something with another person. So I'm just going to say someone for the sake of the reading, since this is general. Yeah, it feels like somebody is dropping, I want to say, behind their mask of their ego into how they really truly feel about something, how hurt they really are. Yeah, how hurt they really are. How hurt they really are. Interesting. I don't have a card out yet. Any other messages or insights for Pisces at this time? Sorry it took me so long to get to you, Pisces, with the eclipse and everything. It's been a time. It's been a time. Let's see. Ooh, Pisces. We have the desert and the warrior. The spaciousness of the desert is what is coming through to me for you. And like, even with that like high priestessy, hermit, hangman kind of a vibe that I was getting with you. Again, I do feel like you're spending a lot of time just like really within. You're a Pisces, you tend to like enjoy a little bit of like quiet and isolation. And I'm kind of getting that with the desert, just like space. Almost just like being in a vacuum or being in the void, but it doesn't feel good though. It's like, it's a very uncomfortable kind of a feeling. And I feel just like a lot of separation and distance. So again, you could be like coming to the realization that like you want to forgive or compromise with another person, or maybe someone wants to do it with you, because I'm getting just like a lot of space and a lot of distance. But in the space and in the vacuum, there's a lot of truth to be found. There's also a lot of freedom to be had if you allow yourself to. But the desert, again, it's an uncomfortable energy. Specifically, it speaks to that in this deck, where it's like you're parched. Like there's no like water, there's no trees, there's no plants. Like it's literally just extremes. Excuse me. extreme heat and sun and light and extreme dark and cold and quiet and like again vacancy and vacuum are words that keep wanting to come through here, and it like talks about a very difficult period of time, but there's so much truth and freedom to be found. I'm hearing your limitations. Interesting. We'll come back to that in a minute. There's so much truth and freedom to be found in the quiet, in the space, in the distance. I'm starting to get the feeling, Pisces, that like, yes, this is about you having distance from somebody. And it's given perspective. It's given perspective, and it's also allowed agency is what I'm hearing too. It's allowed agency. It's allowed individualism. It's allowed growth in the unique identity of self, whether that's for you or someone else. Some of you, if you're not experiencing this with another person, you could also have just gone through a period of like being kind of hermity and kind of isolated, but it's all for the purpose of, yeah, they're saying your limits again. Really understanding your limits and also surpassing some limits, hearing self-limiting beliefs with that. So a lot coming through at the desert, and then to have warrior right next to it. It's interesting because the colors are so bright in these cards, right? They're so bright, they're so vibrant, they're so fun, but I feel like you've literally been in the void. That's how it's feeling. I feel like you've kind of been facing some deep, darker, shadowy things. The warrior in this card also speaks of fear, specifically, and needing to be brave in the face of difficulty, being brave in the face of the struggle of being in the desert or being in that kind of vacancy, being in that kind of quiet, being in that kind of isolation and loneliness. It doesn't feel easy. I gotta be honest, Pisces. It doesn't feel like an easy time. I keep feeling another person or other people just far from you. So I'm tempted to actually pull a card for those who are dealing with a separation from somebody. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a family member. It could be a friend. Maybe again, you removed yourself for whatever reason. Maybe you needed a time out. So it could just represent people who are aware that you are distant or away. But for those where that applies, I kind of want to pull a card. For those who are away from specific person, specific groups, can I get a card for them, please? Representing that person or those groups. Interesting. Siren. I don't know if I like that. To be honest. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I don't know if I like that. I don't feel so warm and fuzzy about it. Because I'm reading this as if this is you, but if you know that it's somebody else around you, then you know. It's interesting too, because Siren is very like watery. It's kind of like Piscean. So take the messages as they resonate for those where this is about you and having distance with a group or a person. But some of you, it's literally just you've been in this like isolated period of time, and it's helping you to expand. It's helping you to understand yourself, coming into some truth and understanding your own freedom and your own limitations or surpassing them, like I mentioned before. Facing some big fears here as well, Pisces. But for those where there's someone that you're away from, Siren, I don't like it. It's got to come hither, but you're over here, and I dare I even say it's almost like a protective kind of energy from this too. I feel like whoever this is or whatever group this is representing, it has a come hither, and I'm just like, it just doesn't feel great. Siren can be alluring and seductive, like come play, but it could be like come play. You don't know what I'm up to, right? It could kind of be like that. And I do feel like a pulling and a calling. This person or group could be pulling on your energy as well. And some of you might actually be in this kind of state for your own protection. I hate to say that, but I'm feeling it. And I got to be honest with what I feel. But forgiveness, patience, and compromise. Forgiveness, patience, and compromise. I feel like someone's using their feminine energy, whether they're male or female, doesn't matter. But yeah, I just feel like you're getting pulled on. Yeah, I feel like you're getting pulled on. I don't like it for you. I don't, Pisces. It's weirding me out. Can I get one more card for the Siren? Like, I could feel my face making an extreme expression, and I'm like, oh, my face is probably saying exactly how I feel. Can I get a card for Siren? For Pisces? representing this person or group away from Pisces. The Vessel. Yeah, I don't know if I like this, Pisces. Practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is a great practice. You don't need to be like up in anyone else's energy to forgive them. But with the Vessel coming out with Siren, the Vessel just says container to me. Like, come to the container. It's like almost what I'm feeling with this. Yeah, because that's what vessels are. Vessels are like a body, a box, a house. It's like they contain things, and the siren is like a calling to something. But the containment doesn't feel good. I'm not going to say it's a trap. I'm not going to go as far as to say that. But I am getting an Eight of Swords over here with this energy, with this group or with this person. I feel like you may also be aware something's happening. You're a psychic anyway, Pisces, but because of the pull and the pull and the pull, and because you're also in this space of like being in the vacuum and be also probably having an enhancement to your own psychic abilities and intuition, I wouldn't be surprised if you were picking up on that, psychically. I'm seeing Eight of Swords, Eight of Swords, Eight of Swords, Eight of Swords. And Eight of Swords is kind of a container card too. It's being in a trap of the mind, right? Like, so fear and anxiety. And that could be why this energy is pulling on you. Maybe they're going through something. I'm just not liking the vibes. That's it. That's all that needs to be said. Let's go ahead and pull some other cards for you, Pisces. I'm like so intrigued. Let's see. Where do we want to go with this? Where's that deck? Wait a minute. Where is that deck? Let's do the Dreams of Gaia. Come here. Yeah, let's do Dreams of Gaia for you, Pisces. I was trying to find my astrology deck. Oh, there it is. Well, this happened this way for a reason, so we're just going to stick with Dreams of Gaia. All the decks that I use are linked below, and if you want to dive deeper into part 2, that should be linked below through Patreon or through Vimeo, okay? It's interesting, too, because like Desert with Warrior and Vessel with Siren, it's getting very like masculine, feminine as well, which feminine energy does allure and attract and pull in, right? Any messages or insights for Pisces pertaining to this spread? Let's see. Interesting. So 7 of Fire coming out. Oh, yeah. Okay, boundaries for some of you. But again, I feel like you're kind of contained. I do. I feel like you're very contained in the void. Sounds weird, but just like you're in this space of spaciousness, but you're kind of alone in it. And it just needs to be that way. But 7 of Wands, I feel like there's something about your boundaries that you're getting your attention pulled on. Like almost like you need to have stronger boundaries. But again, I feel like you're kind of isolated anyway. Oh, but if you're picking up on someone telepathically or psychically, that could also be like where you need to have boundaries too. And communication always comes through with this particular 7 of Fire, and I'm really feeling it here. There's also a card of courage and bravery, which does coincide with the Warrior, a needing to face your fears for those where that applies. I feel like that's actually kind of big, Pisces, but it's a very quiet energy that I'm feeling. Like, yeah, you're facing a lot of like fears and anxieties and insecurities, but I don't feel like you're overwhelmed by it. And if you were in the past, you're really not as overwhelmed by it. If anything, I just keep feeling this. Like super, super strong. But anyway, so yes, bravery and courage comes with that, but I'm also feeling some sort of communicative, like something with the throat. Oh, the snake is really jumping out at me. Snakes are really big right now, Pisces. I've never noticed that snake before, ever. Not once, I swear. The snake, why is the snake here for Pisces? Why is the snake here for Pisces? Cycles. 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 They're saying it's for cycles. In this space that you're in, this spaciousness space. Oh, a snake as well on the Warrior. Oh my God. Yeah, snakes are really big for you, Pisces. You could be definitely closing out some patterns and some cycles for sure. I feel like this, yeah, I feel like you've been in a major cycle actually of this kind of like isolated, kind of like the word thirsty keeps wanting to come through. I'm like, that's not the greatest word here. It just feels difficult. It feels difficult. It feels a little arduous. It feels kind of depleting, and you've been in it for however long you've been in it, but you're facing a lot of deep, deep things, okay, while you're in there. And some of you may be unleashing your voice or opening your throat, having a stronger confidence to express yourself, and especially in a like an assertive way. They're mentioning like Aries. They're mentioning Aries, and North Node is in Aries right now in Tropic, but they're highlighting that. And we also already had the full moon Aries kind of come through in the channeling, but there's a lot coming through with that. Can I get another card, please, for Pisces? Oh yeah, you're definitely closing out a cycle, Pisces. We have the 10 of air. The 10 of air in this card is way better than the 10 of swords in tarot. This is about elevation. This is a card about elevating your consciousness, elevating your belief system. Excuse me, elevating your belief systems. It is going to a whole new level of you and your experience, but all in the realm of consciousness, communication, belief systems, and perception. I keep getting upper chakras with you like a lot. Like the throat was coming through and I kind of coughed a little bit, and I'm also getting the ajna with you as well. That's also coming through on the warrior card for you as well. Yeah, I feel like you're in a process that you need to be in right now. I didn't even notice that other eye up there. Not all the cards have that. Eyes may be coming out for you as well. Yeah, can I get a third card, please, for Pisces? I feel like you're clearing a lot of pain. A lot of pain. And I am hearing family. This could be relating to family. For some of you, family could be pulling on you. But family. I feel like some of y'all, something's going on with family. It could just be a rippling of ancestral healing. I'm hearing a hard yes on that for a lot of you. But some of you, like you're picking up on shit with your family, like people who are still alive. They wanted me to emphasize that. People who are still alive, so not your ancestors. I feel like your ancestors are with you. I feel like there's a lot of people with you. Yeah, I'm hearing stay the course, Pisces. Stay the course, stay the course, stay the course. Can I get one more card for Pisces? Yeah, I think a lot of you have had to put a lot of psychic boundaries in place here. Can I get one more for Pisces? They keep bringing me, sorry, channeling's like coming in so fast. They keep bringing me back to the throat, and I'm hearing swords in the throat. Swords in the throat, swords in the throat, swords in the throat, words in the throat, choking on words, choking on words. Yeah, Pisces, there's something you gotta say. There's something you gotta say. There's something that wants to get out of your body is what I'm gathering, and I feel like it's through vocals, through words. Can I get one more for Pisces? Oh, is that what it is, Pisces? Oh, look, another eye. Desire. Is that what it is that you need to express? So you need to let out your desire? I'm hearing Renaissance. Okay, maybe you're into Renaissance fairs. I don't know. Okay, this is just how it wants to be said. I feel like you're going through a renaissance when it comes to your own passion and desire. Some kind of like next, like, I want the right word for this, Pisces. Resurgence, yes. That's not the best word. They're saying renaissance. A renaissance of your passion and your desire that's trying to emerge out of you, but it seems like there's a lot that's needed to be cleared for you, Pisces, including your own belief systems. I also feel like you're gaining a new perspective on your own insecurities, but like family, they keep bringing up family over and over and over and over. This whole desert warrior energy is also you facing fear and insecurity and anxiety, so you can actually understand what your desires even are. But they're saying like renaissance. It's like it's kind of incessant. The red lotus is really jumping out to me as well for you. You may work with that color or that flower. It's just jumping out, so I wanted to mention it. Renaissance, I want a way to describe this. Because you've had moments in your life where you've been passionate. We all have. This is different. This is different. It feels like unlocking an experience or a level, relationship with your desire and passion you've never had before. And so it's like, it's a renaissance of you, but it's about your passion and it's about your desire. And I feel like almost like a floodgates of like life and vitality is trying to come in for you as well, which is interesting because what's helping you do that is being in a phase, a cycle, maybe in an environment where it's really dry, where there's like no vitality and no passion. To get you to go that deep, to get you to go that far in the dark, to get you to go to extremes. You've needed an extreme cycle, experience, environment to unlock this other extreme part of you, of your passion and desire. Very fascinating. So again, for those where it applies, for those who got a person or a group over here that you are distant from, let's take a peek. Pisces. Why am I nervous? What about Siren vessel? Could this be a future you? Because when we're doing general readings, since energy is not linear and everything is one and it's funky like that, while this could be someone or a group that you are distant from or you took separation from, this could also be an aspect of self. Like this is very feminine. Talk about desire and passion and allure, right? It's like this also speaks to that. So for some of you, that applies in that way. So just take it as it resonates. Something about the siren and the vessel. Something about the siren and the vessel. Something about the siren and the vessel. And even when you think about femininity, or just like wombs, right? Women's bodies, we are vessels for life. That's what we are as women. We are vessels for life. But the siren is indicating that there is a pulling or a calling specifically from whoever has that kind of energy, whether it is a version of you, future you, aspect of you that you have separated yourself from, or a person or a group that you are separated from. Did you guys hear that? Ooh, okay. Tell me about siren or vessel. Maybe it was just me. It could have been a clairaudience, right? Tell me about siren vessel. Six of Cups, remembrance is what I'm hearing, Pisces. Six of Cups with this energy. And look, it's like they got like a female, come hither, right? Very much so. But the Six of Cups, it's not like the siren-y, like come hither, right? This is a very soft, very compassionate, very loving, remember, 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 remember. Yeah, it is an invitation, but Six of Cups is also the past. It's the past. It's soul contracts. It's family patterns. It's history. I do think that there are going to be quite a few of you where you're going to resonate that this is a piece of you that you've lost along the way that you need to remember, recall, reconnect to. It's very sensual. It's very sensual. It's very soft. It's very alluring. Like the allure is very strong there too. But some of you, again, it could be a person or a group that you have separated from. Then they're pulling on you. I'm going to get one more. Can I get one more, please? Oh, that was quick. Integrity. Integrity. Integrity coming out the Six of Cups. Oh, God, I'm feeling this quite a few ways. Hold on. How do I want to word this? If these are people or a person that's pulling on you, that you have some kind of like very strong pull with in your heart or in your soul, I would just be mindful with the integrity card coming out, because literally it could question the accountability and integrity of a person or a group. Okay. But if this is an aspect of self, I feel like it is it's a piece of you that wants peace to be made with, wants to be righted with. I'm hearing patience, forgiveness, and compromise again with that. Like to reconnect to that piece of you with integrity in a healthy way, especially if this is speaking to a piece of you that is really rooted in your sexuality. And if you've misused it at all or abused it at all, especially in that case. Yeah, okay. Just deciding if I want to do fae, animals, or tarot. Animals. Okay. Sounds good to me. Using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, Kim Kranz also is the creator of this deck as well. And also on a side note, there should be linked below a few organizations that are helping with Hurricane Helen relief. I already made a post about it, and I also put it on the weekly. Yeah, wow, weekly. Feels like forever ago. I put on the weekly description as well. I'm probably gonna keep it in the descriptions for a bit. All right, just so you guys know. Okay. Tell me if any messages or insights for Pisces. And then we'll go into part 2 and do some tarot. Ooh, Pisces. So horse and unicorn coming out here. You could resonate with both. I often look at those as kind of kindred animal medicines, just kind of different levels, right? A little bit of different expression. But I mean, horse, unicorn, zebra, they're kind of very close, even though their medicines are different. But anyway, horse is a mastery of earth, while unicorn represents the third eye, the ajna, which was already coming out for you. I feel like there is a mastery of self. There's a mastery of your own life happening here. Definitely for my mystics out there, there is an unlocking or even amplifying of your own intuition. But I just keep feeling a lot of belief in self with this, to be honest with you. A lot of belief in self. Yeah, belief in self, belief in self, belief in self. These two cards also indicate high levels of independence as well. Resilience, stamina, grace, beauty. These are harmony. Interesting. I would not equate that, but that's what they're saying. These are just words that are coming through for you with unicorn and with horse. And that 10 of air is really speaking to that next level elevation for yourself. And also the unicorn speaks of the unique self and unique gifts. I am hearing Cheroklo. Cheroklo is an Aquarius right now. Unicorn is kind of Aquarian in and of itself. But Cheroklo, your own natal placement, could also be an indication for you in some way, shape, or form. But just to come back on that astrology channeling, Cheroklo, Aquarius, your natal Cheroklo. Okay? The 10 of air with desires is part of unlocking not just your innate skills or gifts, but again, your passion, what you're excited about. And horse is a good way to anchor that into your physical reality to do something with it, right? A lot of insights coming in here. And I also feel the unicorn, yes, strong telepathy, very strong psychic abilities there for you. Can I get one more for Pisces? And then for those where it applies, we'll look over here on that person, /energy, /group, etc. Can I get one more for Pisces? Yeah, I feel like some of you have been in a very uncomfortable phase. Very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. And there's the throat. Nightingale, talking, communication, singing, preaching. Again, I feel like something major is unlocking with your throat, and I think you have something to say. I think you got something to share. Whether it's to one person, or maybe you feel very passionate about singing all of a sudden, or public speaking, or writing, but it's very clear. It's like something is unlocking with your throat, and you do have something to communicate. You do. You very much do. And especially coming behind unicorn, this could literally be intuitive information, channeling, but it's also creative, literally singing or writing, recording, maybe recording music. I mean, I would think that'd be singing. Oh, maybe news? I don't know. That just wanted to be said. Recording wanted to be said. Very fascinating. All right, so let's look back over here at this individual /group /aspect of self that you may be disconnected from. Yeah, I can't get away from the come hither with the siren energy behind this. Come hither, come hither, come hither, come hither. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, Pisces. If it's an aspect of self, it's an aspect of self. But if it's another person, I would just be wary. And I was getting 8 of Swords over there. Any other messages or insights for Pisces, please? Tiger, it did flip out like this, though. There's something about this energy over here I feel a little sus about. I gotta be honest, I do. I'm just like a little side-eye curiosity of like, you know? It came out like this. I don't read these cards in reverse. I just want to note it because even the energy just feels like that. But anyway, Tiger. Tiger is a very passionate, sensual card. It's about spiritual awakening and ferocity and feminine energy and feminine wiles. And you literally have the Siren card out here, right? And then that 6 of Cups, like I said, looks very, very alluring. This is just the energy of that person or that group. I'm feeling it's more about sensuality than anything. It's way more about sensuality. But again, this could be a piece of you that you are recovering and reconnecting with. I think most of you, it's a person or a group. Interesting. Earthworm. Earthworm implies a level of discomfort and naivety. I wanted to say ignorance because earthworm just comes out when we're in a completely different environment or situation that we're not used to. It's just so new that it's uncomfortable, right? That's what's going on with this energy over here. There's some kind of level of discomfort. They're going through an experience that they're not accustomed to. Can I get one more, please? Can I get one more for this side? And again, if this is a aspect of self that you are reconnecting with in a healthy way, it has to do with your sensuality and your sexuality. Oh, they got 2 here. There's something. We've got Cobra and Butterfly. Cobra is like a Saturn energy. Cobra is very much like the pressure that gets applied when we need to learn and we need to grow. And then Butterfly is this like very free, beautiful, like lighthearted, joyful energy. There's just something weird. I can't quite, it's a weird and elusive. It's like that. It's like, I can't quite put my finger on it. Kind of siren-y, right? Very much kind of siren-y. Because even with Cobra and Butterfly, it's like these 2 energies don't fit together. Like it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Again, if this is an aspect of self or version of self that you're connecting to, it's a piece of you that's tied to your sexuality and your sensuality. Oh, more snakes. They said snakes. More snakes. Snakes can also be about sensuality and sexuality and fertility and all that. Anyway, if this is just a piece of you or a version of you that you're reconnecting to, it is about doing it in a healthy way that you have not done before. In a way where there is a freedom in it, but integrity at the same time. Cobra demands integrity. Demands integrity. And if that's the case, especially if it's like a past version of you or a distorted piece of you, it almost feels like someone who abuses their sexual energy. I can't get away from that feeling, or misuses it, or like uses it to manipulate people, right? Or uses their own feminine energy to manipulate people. Like that's kind of what I'm getting here. And it's about doing it in a, reconnecting to that piece, that version in a healthy way. In a healthy way. But if this is a group or someone that you are separated from, this could be something that they are learning right now. Very fascinating. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get into part 2. And if you're going to join me over there, again, links should be below for Vimeo or for Patreon. And I will see you guys soon. All right, bye Pisces. Take care.